Hi students, good. Hi students, good evening. Can you please confirm I'm audible or not? Can you please confirm in the chat? Otherwise, can you speak?
Okay, Zero.
Yeah. Thanks for the confirmation. Okay, so yeah. So before going to our Java full stack program, I want to explain about our trainer details. Okay. So first of all, our trainer name is my name is Mr. Tirumalesh. Okay, so you can call any name like you can call sir or you can call with name also. Okay, why? Because in the companies, every person is going to call with the names only. Okay, so not going to call with the sir or madam. Okay, if you if you enter into the company, so every day we are going. So if we are having the senior manager or team member or tech leads, So many people's available, but in the companies we are going to call with the names only. That's why you can call with the name. Okay, otherwise if you want you can call sir like that. Okay, and coming to the my experience, I have 6+ years of experience in the IT domain. Okay, so first of all, my name is Tirumalesh. I have 6+ years of experience in the IT. So and also I'm working as a Java full stack developer. Java full stack developer. Okay, and also currently I'm working as a tech lead in the current company. Okay, coming to my role. So what is my role? Here I'm working as a tech lead in the current company. So in the my current company, like it is a service based company. Okay, in the market we are having the different kinds of company, like a service based companies available, and also product based companies available, outsourcing based companies available. So currently I'm working in the service based company. This company also sending to the product based company. Okay, so compared to the service based company, product based company, so in the service based company, like some less salaries is there. In the product based companies, high salaries is there. So what are the in the market? What are the service-based companies available? What are the product-based companies available? Like we are having the Amazon. Amazon is selling the products, right? So if the company is selling the product based on the market demand, that is called as a product-based company. And coming to the service-based company, like a so it is providing the services to the customers. Okay, so customers is going to the companies. The customers is going to ask, I want for example, I want to keep one institute project. Okay, I want to keep one institute. That's why I want one project. So then we need to contact with the companies, like we are having different kinds of service based company. We are having the TCS, Infosys, Accenture. Okay, so like this many companies available in the market. So that is called as a service based company. Okay, so currently I'm working the service based company. Okay, so my name is, wait, someone is joining, I think. Okay, so, okay, so this is about the your trainer details, and also coming to the training experience. Okay, coming to training experience, I have 2+ years of experience in the training. Okay, I have 2+ years of experience in the training. So this is all about your trainer details. And coming to our Java full stack program, Java full stack program. So before going to the Java full stack program, so who can learn this Java full stack? Okay, who can learn the Java? Okay, so I'm going to teach here like a from scratch point of view here. Okay, like I'm going to start here the here basic to advanced level, like a 0 to advanced level I am going to teach. Okay, so like a who can join here? Who can join this course? Like a fresher can join the course. Freshers experience. So for example, so if you are doing like a support kind of job, so in the companies some person is going to do the support kind of job, some person can be do the development task. Okay, so some persons is doing the support kind of jobs, those person want to switch to the development task, that person also can join this course. Okay, so freshers and career gap students. Okay, freshers can join this course, and also career gap peoples also can join this course. Okay, if you're having some career gap, that persons also can join. So if you're having some experience like in the non-IT, okay, if you're having some experience in the non-IT, so if you want to switch from non-IT to IT, then you can also join in this program. Okay, so and also duration, how much duration is required for this program, like I'm going to take 5 to 6 months of time. Okay, so this Java full stack program is going to take 5 to 6 months of the time. Okay, so why? Because we are having the lot of content in the Java full stack program. Okay, so some institute is going to tell like we will complete Java full stack within 3 to 4 months of the time. Okay, so it is not possible to complete 3 to 4 months of the time. Why? Because we are having the lot of content. So if they join if other institute is going to miss the lot of content. Okay, so here I'm going to teach from scratch level. Okay, so if a listening 10th class students, all 10th class students na, that students also can understand my teaching here. Okay, and also here everything I'm going to explain about the practicals. So not going to teach theory here. Theory available 10%, practical available 90% here. Why? Because if you go to the company, every company is working on the practicals only, not theoretical. Okay, so that's why I'm going to concentrate main on the practical part here. Okay, and also mode of course. Okay, so as of now I'm starting here online only. Okay, as of now I'm starting online only. So in the March I'm going to start the offline also. Okay, so from the March onwards, if you want to come to the offline, so once this course is completed, if you want some help on the interview guidance, so then I will help you whenever attending the interview. Okay, from March onwards I'm opening some institute in Ameripet. So if you want some whenever attending the interviews, so you are not able to crack the interview, then you can come to the institute. I will give the some guidance how to crack the interview. So whenever attending the interview, what type of questions they are going to ask, how to explain. For example, if you are not able to tell to the answer, so how to skip that question. So I have some tips also how to crack the interview easily. So I will give the tips also. Okay, so this is all about the who can join this course. Freshers can join, career gap students can join, and experienced persons also can join this course. And duration of this course is 5 to 6 months of time, and mode of training is online only currently. Okay, and I have divided this Java full stack program 4 modules. Okay, so in the first module, in the first module, so I'm going to cover the backend technologies. Okay, we are having different kinds of technologies available in the market. So currently in the module 1 I'm going to teach the module 1, like a backend technology. Okay, so in the market, what are the Java based backend technologies available? So like this, we are having the Java is there. Okay, and also advanced Java is there. Java, so advanced Java is also called as a J2EE. Okay, J2EE technologies. Okay, so in the J2EE we are having the many technologies. Okay, we are having the JDBC technology and JSP technologies and servlets technologies. Okay, so these are the technologies available in the market. Okay, this is called as a advanced technologies. Okay, so first I am going to teach about the Java, core Java. After Java is completed, I am going to teach the advanced Java. So advanced Java is also called as a J2EE. J2EE stands for Java Enterprise Edition. Okay, so once this concept is completed, I am going to teach the Spring Boot. Okay, so Spring Boot is very important here. So nowadays every application development happening based on the Spring Boot only. So before Spring Boot, I am going to teach Spring also. Okay, so initially we are having the Spring. So After that, Spring Boot came into the picture. Okay, so initially we are having the Spring Boot, like a Spring is there, Spring having some disadvantages. So, and also there is having some advantages in the Spring Boot. Like a Spring Boot is like a Zomato, Swiggy. Okay, for example, if you want to prepare manually, for example, I am preparing some curries. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to prepare manually, we need to go to the market, we need to take the vegetables. Okay, and we need to prepare manually, right? Everything, if you want to prepare the curries. So manually preparation means this is the J2W technology. Okay, so Spring Boot is like a Zomato, Swiggy, just we are going to order the food, directly we can eat the food like that. That's why, so in the market we are having lot of demand for the Spring Boot technology. Okay, Spring Boot is a framework. Okay, so just within seconds we can develop the project, just we can add the depend just we can create the project, we can start the project. Okay, within seconds we can develop the project. That's why we are having lot of demand in the market for the Spring Boot. Without Spring Boot we are not able to get the job in the market. So if you learn only core Java, so we are not able to eligible for the Java application development. Okay, so we are not able to eligible for the interview also if you learn only Java. Okay, so in the market, like a 90% of the projects developing based on the Spring Boot. So previously there is having this is the olden technologies. Okay, so when we use this technology we need to write lot of code. Okay, everything we need to do manually when we use the J2W technologies. That's why, to overcome challenges in the J2W technologies, currently we are using Spring Boot technology. Okay, before Spring Boot there is having Spring technology, Spring framework. So after some time Spring Boot came into the picture with a lot of advantages. Okay, and also we are having the microservices. Okay, so we are having the microservice also very important. Okay, so I will explain what is the advantages of the microservices. Okay, so if you go to the interview without microservices, we don't have the interview. Okay, so these are the main technologies, main framework. Okay, Spring Boot is a framework, microservices is a design pattern. Okay, so like this we are having the backend technologies. And also in the Java there is having Java 8. Okay, so whenever attending the interview na, at the time, so they are going to concentrate more on the Java 8. Okay, so why? Because Java 8 is change the lifestyle of. Okay, so Java 8 is change the lifestyle of the Java. Okay, previously like a Python people is telling within the single line we can write the code. But by using Java 8 within the single line we can write the our Java also, we can develop the any type of code. Okay, so Java 8 is reducing the lines of the code. And also lot of features available in the Java 8. Okay, whenever attending the interview, so if you attend 10 interviews, 9 interviews is going to concentrate on the Java 8. So if you don't learn the Java 8, you are not eligible for the interviews also. Okay, so without Java 8 there is no interviews available. That's why Java 8 also very important. Okay, so first we need to I'm going to teach the Java. After Java is completed, I'm going to teach the Java 8. After that I'm going to concentrate. So here J2W is there. So J2W, if whenever attending the interview, the even single question also not going to ask in the interview. Okay, so that's why I am going to teach less content in the J2W. What is the content required for the Spring Boot development purpose, those content only I am going to teach. Why? Because if you learn the Java na, so it is going to take 1 year or 2 years of the time also. Okay, so I don't want to waste your time and my time. That's why, so whenever attending the interview, so what type of questions they are going to ask, and whenever going to the project, so what is the course content is required, those content only I am going to teach. Okay, so like a Java is like a ocean. So if you learn, it will take 4 years 5 years also. Okay, that's why, so how much content is required for attending the interview for the project development, those content only I am going to teach. Okay, so like this we are having the backend technologies. And also after backend technology is completed, I'm going to teach the front end technologies. Okay, so what are the front end technologies available in the market? So first, why I'm going to teach the in the module 1, why I'm going to teach the backend technology first. Okay, so why I'm going to teach the backend technology first? Why? Because so whenever developing the project, first we need to develop the backend layer. Okay, we are having the different kinds of layer. Backend layer is available. First we need to develop the backend layer. After backend layer is completed, so backend layer, like a layer peoples is going to give the some APIs. Okay, APIs like a URLs is going to give to the front end team. So front end team is going to integrate the backend response. So we are going to get the response from the backend. So those response we are going to integrate in the front end. That's why first we are going to develop the backend layer development. After backend layer development is completed, so we are going to concentrate on the front end technologies. Okay, so in the market we are having the so in the market we are having front end technologies like HTML is there, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JavaScript available, Bootstrap available. Okay, HTML is there, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Angular, and React. Okay, so here also how the Spring Boot having the lot of demand. Okay, how the Spring Boot having the lot of demand here also. So Angular and React having the lot of demand in the market. Okay, so if you want to know about the Angular and React, first of all we need to know the basic technologies. Like if we are having the basic technologies, HTML is there, CSS is there, JavaScript, Bootstrap. Okay, first we need to concentrate on the these basic technology. Okay, so this like a these are the pillars. How the Spring Boot having the Java 8, J2W having the pillar na. So here also we are having the pillars if you want to learn the Angular and React. Okay, so every project development happening Angular and React front end application development. Okay, so we are having the, if you see here in some application, like I'm opening the Flipkart application. Okay, this is the Flipkart application. So this is the front end layer. Okay, so I'm a customer for the Flipkart application. Like I can see the UI page, user interface of the application. So if you want to develop these pages now, we are going to use the front end technologies. What are the front end technologies available? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Angular, and React. So these are the front end technologies available in the market. Okay, and also in the module in the module 3 in the module 3 I am going to cover the real time project. Okay, so real time project I am going to cover in the module 3, and also real time tools also I am going to cover. Okay, so just if you learn the course now, like if you learn only Java J2W, like Java 8, J2W, Spring Boot microservices and front end technologies, that is not enough. Why? Because after learning all these course now, if you learn, if you develop any one project, so you are going to get the where we are going to use the which technology. Okay, where we are going to use the, we are having the core Java. So in the core Java we are having lot of topics. Which topic we are going, which topic where we are going to use, we need to implement in the real time project. Okay, then only you will get the full clarity on the course. Otherwise if you learn normal way, so you are not going to remember our Java also. That's why, so I'm going to teach some real time project, like a, what is the real time project I'm going to cover? E-commerce application. Okay, I'm going to cover e-commerce application, how the Flipkart available, how the Amazon available. Similarly I'm going to develop e-commerce application. Okay, and also I'm going to teach the real time tools also. So why I'm going to teach the real time tools here? So if you go to the company, every day we are going to work on the real time tools only. That's why I'm going to concentrate on the real time tools also. I'm going to teach like a 15 plus tools here. Okay, so why? Because if you go to the company as a experienced person, as a fresher person, so every day we are going to work on the tools only. Without tools we are not able to work on the development task. That's why, so the students is not going to struggle whenever go to the company. That's why I'm going to concentrate on the real time tools also. Okay, first I'm going to teach the, so some tools initially I'm going to teach. In the middle, whenever developing the project, at the time also I'm going to teach. So whenever explaining about the spring boot now, whenever explain about the spring boot, at the time also I'm going to teach some tools. Okay, so in the middle I'm not going to teach at a time all the 15 tools. In the middle I'm going to teach the 15 tools. Okay, so like this in the module 3 I'm going to teach. And also in the module 4 I'm going to teach the AI technologies. Okay, so we are having the spring AI concept in the Java, so the I'm going to concentrate on the spring AI also. Okay, so AI technology. Why? Because if you go to the companies nowadays, they're asking, so how the UA, how AI technology is using in your project, like that they are asking. Okay, and also I'm going to integrate the chat GPT. We're having the chat GPT, right? So we're having the DeepSeek, and also we're having the Gemini. Okay, Gemini is there. Okay, we are having the Perplexity also, right? So these are the tools available in the market nowadays. Okay, these tools also we can integrate in our Java application. Okay, I'm going to integrate these tools after developing the project, so then we can chat with the these tools also. Okay, like a free trial versions available. We can use some days only. After free trial is completed, so we need to pay the money for this. Okay, so I think for per month we need to pay 1000. So before, like after trial is completed. Okay, so I will integrate all the tools, I will show you. And also in the nowadays every company using the some tool like a GitHub Copilot. Okay, GitHub Copilot tool we are using. How the chat GPT available, how the DeepSeek available, Gemini Perplexity available. Okay, how the Gemini chat GPT available, how the DeepSeek available, Gemini and Perplexity available. Similarly we are having the GitHub Copilot. Okay, so previously we are having the sprint. Okay, so sprint nothing but a task. Okay, so they are going to give 14 days of time to complete the task. At the time, so we are going to take like a 10 days of time to complete the task. But when we use the GitHub Copilot na, within 2 days, within 3 days we can complete our task. That's why nowadays everyone firing, some firing is happening, right? So why? Because we are having the, like we are having the GitHub Copilot tool. So what, like just we are going to give the commands. So based on the commands it is going to develop the Java application. Okay, automatically it is going to write the code. Okay, so after writing the code, if you want to modify, it means we need to know where to modify, how to modify. That's why we need to learn the Java here. Already we are having the AI tools here. GitHub Copilot is there in the market. If you check any company, okay, not only my company, so I am checking all the companies using the GitHub Copilot. Okay, this GitHub Copilot, so we are having the free trial version, we can use 1 month. After 1 month is completed, we need to pay the money for this. Okay, so like a how we are going to recharge the mobile na, so we are going to recharge with the GitHub Copilot. But company is providing the commercial, so companies are going to pay the money to the GitHub Copilot for every month. So that's why we can freely use in the company. Okay, so GitHub Copilot having the lot of features. Within seconds we can develop the project. Just we can tell the commands, automatically it will write everything. Okay, so that's why just learning the course is not enough here. We need to learn the AI technologies also. Okay, so this is all about the course content. Anyone having any doubts, students?
హలో తిరు,
యా చెప్పనా, చెప్పండి
ఈ
దమన్.
ఏఐ టెక్నాలజీ ఏఐ టెక్నాలజీ మీద ఒకసారి చెప్తారా మళ్ళీ?
అంటే మామూలుగా మనకి సో ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి కొన్ని టూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా చాట్ జీపీటీ, డీప్ సీక్,
అవును.
జెమినీ, పర్ప్లెక్సిటీ.
ఆ!
సో
పర్లేదు.
దీస్ టూల్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద ఫ్రీ వర్షన్. అంటే ఫ్రీగా మనకి కొన్ని
ఫ్రీ వర్షన్.
ఏపైస్ అంటే కొన్ని ఎండ్ పాయింట్స్ ఇస్తానన్న, అవి తీసుకొని మన
ఓకే.
అప్లికేషన్లో ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. ఇంటిగ్రేట్ చేసి మనం చాట్
ఓకే.
చేసుకోవచ్చు. మన అప్లికేషన్ నుంచే
ఓకే.
మనం క్వశ్చన్లు అడిగి అది రిప్లై ఇస్తుంది
అవునవును.
మనకి
ఆన్సర్.
అట్లా.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
సో అట్లా మనకి అంటే కొన్ని ఫ్రీ ట్రయల్స్ ఉంటాయి, కొన్ని అంటే మన అంటే రిక్వెస్ట్ని బట్టి మనం మనీ కట్ అవుతుంది దీంట్లో. కొన్ని టోకెన్స్ జనరేట్
ఓకే.
అవుతాయి,
ఓకే.
అంటే
ఆ!
టోకెన్స్ అనేవి యూజ్ అవుతుంటాయి.
రైట్.
So other person having any doubts? Yeah. So whenever telling like we are having the database technology also, after completing Java 8, I am going to teach the database concept also here. What are the databases I am going to go? I have like as of now I have worked 4 companies. In that 4 companies, I have used many databases like a so MySQL database, Oracle database, PGSQL I have used, MongoDB also I have used. Okay, so MongoDB also I have used here. So here I am going to teach multiple databases. Okay, so some places I am going to use MySQL, some places I am going to use Oracle, some places I am going to use PostgreSQL, some places I am going to use the MongoDB. Then we can cover all the databases. Okay, first I will teach SQL here. Okay, structure query language is there. So after teaching structure query language, I will cover the remaining databases. Okay, so if you learn one database na, remaining databases are similar, just the syntax is only different. Okay, that's why perfectly we need to learn one database, so remaining databases are we can learn easily. Okay, so after completing Java, I am going to teach the some databases. Why I am going to teach here? Why? Because if you want to learn the J2W na, we are having the JDBC concept. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. If you want to connect with the database, so we need to know about the any one database. Okay, I will explain about the architecture tomorrow, so then you can easily understand what type of technologies where we are going to use. Okay, so any more doubts here? దామోదరం ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇంకా?
లేదు
గోపాల్
నిర్మల్. ఏం
గోపాల్
లేదు.
అంజీ అన్న మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
లేవు లేవు తిరు.
Okay, with this I'm closing the session. So next session available tomorrow, same timings. Okay, oh, sorry.
ఓకే తిరు.
So we are having the more time, right? Okay, so I will explain a few more things here. So why we are having the time here, so I will explain more. So here why we are learning the Java, I will explain. Okay, so not only Java, we are having the programming language, right? In the market we are having the different kinds of programming languages. Okay, so first of all, what is language? Okay, so what is language? So we are having the in the market we are having the different kinds of languages. Like we are having the two types of languages: human language available, and also programming language available. Okay, human language available, and also okay, in the market we are having the two types of languages: human language available and also programming language available. Okay, so why like a first of all, what is human language? Okay, so human language is a, if you want like a first of all language, what is language here? Language is a mediator, right? Language is a mediator. Okay, So without languages, so if you want to communicate one person with another person, we are having the human language. First of all, why we are going to use the languages here? So language is a mediator. Okay, so without languages we are not able to communicate. Okay, so here we are having the two types of languages. Human language is there, programming language. So first of all, what is human language? What is human language? So one person want to communicate with another person, we are having the human language. Okay, for example, so I'm going to draw some architecture here. So first of all, we are having the human language, right? So here one person is there, this person want to talk with the another person. Okay, so one person is available, that person want to talk with the another person. Okay, so one person is there, that person want to talk with the another person, right? Yeah, so here for example, he is a Ramu, this person name is Ramu is there, Ramu is there, and Raju is there, two persons is there. Okay, so Ramu wants to communicate with the Raju. Okay, so Ramu wants to communicate with the Raju, then we are having the human languages in the market. So what are the human languages available in the market? So we are having the English. Okay, English is the human language, right? Hindi, Telugu. So like this we are having many languages for the person to person communication. Okay, so first of all, what is human language? So one person want to communicate with another person, we are having the human language in the market. Okay, so this is called as a person to person communication. Okay, this is called as a person to person communication. Okay, so we know English, Hindi, Telugu, that's why we can easily understand one person to another person. But okay, so we know about the human language, but here we are having the programming language. What is programming language here? Okay, so for example, one person is available, that person want to communicate with the computer. Okay, so that person want to communicate with the computer. One person Ramu is there, Ramu wants to communicate with the computer. Computer can know the is computer know the Telugu language, Hindi language, English language? Computers not able to understand the these languages, right? Okay, for example, Ramu is telling hi computer. Okay, so Ramu is telling hi computer. Okay, so we can call as a machine or computer. Okay, so this is called as a, we can call as a machine, we can call as a computer. 1 minute. Okay, so here human language, nothing but one person want to communicate with another person, then we are having the human languages in the market. So one person is available, some machine available, so machine is not going to understand the our human languages. Okay, so here machine like a person to machine communication, here person is available, so machine is there. Okay, person or computer. Okay, so computers not able to understand the Telugu language, Hindi language, English language. That's why they introduced the programming language in the market. Okay, so what are the programming languages available in the market? So initially we are having the C language. Okay, we are having the C language. After that, C++ came into the picture. After that, after C++ came into the market, Java came into the picture with some lot of advantages. After that, Python came into the picture, and also we are having the .NET is there, and PHP is there. So like this, we are having the many languages, many programming languages. Okay, so So computer can understand only binary language, right? Zeros and ones only can understand. So computers not able to understand the Telugu language, Hindi language, English language. That's why our programming languages came into the picture. Okay. So what are the programming languages available in the market? Okay. So if you see here, so we're having the two types of languages in the market. So human language is available, programming language is available. So one person want to communicate with another person, human language available in the market. So what is programming language? One person want to communicate with the machine. Okay, one person is communicated wants to communicate with the machine, or one person want to communicate with the computer. Then programming language came into the picture. So why we are going to communicate with the machine here? So this is the machine or computer. So why Ramu is wants to communicate with the machine? Why? Because so if you want to develop applications, if you want to develop different kinds of application, so person needs to communicate with the machine. Okay, so after communication is completed, what kind of application we can develop? We can develop different kinds of application. Okay, first of all, what is human language here? Human language, it is a, so if one person wants to communicate with another person, one person wants to communicate with another person, so we are having human languages in the market. Okay, and also we're having the programming language, right? So examples like what are the human language available in the market? So we're having the Telugu language. Our Telugu language is there. Hindi language, English. So like this, we're having many languages in the market. Okay, for person to person communication. Okay, so and also we're having the programming languages. One person want to communicate with the computer. Okay, one person want to one person is there. One person wants to communicate with the computer. So we are having programming languages in the market. Okay, so what are the programming languages available in the market? Like initially starting, we're having the C language. After C languages, C++ came into the picture. C++, and after that Java came into the picture. Java, Python, and Node.js, and also we're having the PHP. So like this, we're having many languages in the market. Okay, so these are the programming languages available in the market. So if you learn any one language, if you learn any one programming language, so you can develop any kind of application. Okay, after communication is completed here, okay, after communicating with the computer or machine, so what kind of application we can develop, guys? So we can develop the standalone application. Okay, so we can develop the standalone applications. Okay, we can develop the standalone application. We can develop the web applications. We can develop the web application. We can develop the distributed applications. And also we can develop the mobile applications also. Okay, so like this we can develop different kinds of application once person is communicating with the computer. I'm a person, for example, my name is Ramu. After communicating with the machine, I can develop any kind of applications. Okay, so I can develop the standalone application, I can develop the web application, I can develop the distributed application, I can develop the mobile application also. Okay, first of all, what is standalone application? Okay, what is standalone application? So the application which is running in only one machine. Okay, application is there, that machine is running only machine, that is called as a standalone application. For example, if you open the calculator, okay, we are having the calculator, right? So this is the standalone application. So we are having the notepad plus plus, this is also standalone application. We are having the sublime text, this is also standalone application. I am having the IDE, spring tool suite IDE, this is also standalone application. Okay, so what is standalone application here? The application which is running in only one machine. So if you want to run that application, first of all we need to download the application, we need to download the software, and we need to install the software, then only we can use, otherwise we are not able to use. Okay, that is called as a standalone application. Okay, and also we are having the web application. So what is web application here? The application which is running in the web. Okay, so the application which is running in the web, that is called as a web application. For example, if you open the browser, okay, we are having the Flipkart is a web application. Okay, so for example, if you see here, make my trip application is there. If you want to book the trains, if you want to book the if you want to book the flights, if you want to book the rooms, we are having the make my trip application. And also we are having the Flipkart application, this application is running in the web. This application also, Flipkart application is running also running in the web. Spotify application is there, this application also running in the web. Okay, so if you open the Gmail, okay, Gmail application also web application. Okay, the application which is running in the web, that is called as a web application. Okay, so by using Java we can develop the web applications also. Okay, so like this we're having the different kinds of application. Standalone application means the application which is running in the application which is running only one machine, that is called as a standalone application. 1 minute. Okay, so we have discussed about the standalone application. So what is standalone application here? The application which is running in only one machine, that is called as a standalone application. Okay, if you want to access standalone application, what we need to, first of all, we need to download the software, we need to install the software, then only we can access, otherwise we are not able to access. That is called as a standalone application. Okay, so what is the examples of the standalone application here? So we are having the notepad, we are having the calculator. Okay, so and also we are having the Eclipse IDE for application development purpose. Okay, so this is all about the standalone application. Okay, and coming to the web application. So what is web application here? The application which is running in the web. Okay, the application which is running in the web. So this is called as a web application. Okay, so what are the examples of the web application here? So we are having the Flipkart. Okay, we are having the Flipkart, we are having the Amazon application, we are having the Mintra application, so we are having the Gmail. So all the application is running in the web, right? So this is called as a web application. Okay, so if you want to access the web application, internet is mandatory, right? So without internet we are not able to access the web application. Okay, that is called as about the web application. Okay, so next we are having the distributed application here. By using Java, we can develop the distributed application also. So first of all, what is distributed application? What is distributed application? So distributed application nothing but a, like a one application is communicating with another application. Okay, one application is there, that application is communicating with the other application. That is called as a distributed application. For example, if you open the phone pay, okay, if you open the phone pay application, so if you want to transfer the money, we need to add the bank, right? Any one bank we need to add. In the Flipkart, not a Flipkart, in the phone pay or Google Pay or Paytm, we need to add the any one bank. Okay, so whenever transfer the money, for example, I am transferring my account to the other account. Okay, my I am a account D having the A, so other person having the account B. Okay, so from account A to account B we need to transfer. Okay, so where we are transferring, from the phone pay we are transferring, right? So whenever transferring the money, here phone pay application is communicating with the banking application. Okay, without communicating with the banking application, we are not able to transfer the money. That's why, so first of all we need to add the bank, then we can transfer the money. Okay, so what happening here internally, our phone pay application is communicating with the banking application. Okay, so that is called as a distributed application. Okay, so we are having the phone pay or Google Pay, you can take any payment system here. Okay, we are having the phone pay application, and we are having the, for example, I'm having the HDFC bank. Okay, I'm having the HDFC bank. So when we click on the pay money, transfer money, at the time it is going to, the request will go to the HDFC bank. I have added the HDFC bank, that's why the request will go to the HDFC. So one application is there, that application is communicating with the another application. That is called as a distributed application. For example, whenever applying the passport, we are having the passport application, right? We are having the passport application. So whenever applying the passport, at the time our passport application is going to communicate with the other application. So why it is going to communicate with the other application? So passport application people want to verify the particular person is belongs to India or not, it is going to check. Okay, and also that person is provided valid Aadhaar card ID, that it is going to verify. That's why passport application is going to communicate with the Aadhaar application internally. Okay, so Aadhaar card application it is going to communicate. Okay, so like this, so nowadays we are having a lot of demand for the distributed application. So why we are having the lot of demand for the distributed application? Why? Because already for the payment purpose there is having the bank. Okay, in the HDFC bank there is having the logic to transfer the money. So if you want to develop the transfer money logic in the phone pay application, it will take more time. So for example, phone pay application is there, phone pay application, so if you develop phone pay application, any banking system, it will take lot of time. Okay, so we need to invest the money and we need to spend the time. Okay, and it will take lot of time. Okay, so already we are having the logic in the HDFC bank. Okay, in the HDFC application already we are having the logic to transfer the money, for checking the balance, all the functionalities. Okay, we are having different functional, depositing the money, transfer the money, checking balance. So like this we are having different functionality in the HDFC bank. Already we are having the logic, why we need to develop again. Okay, that's why phone pay application is reusing the logic available in the HDFC bank. Okay, if you want use the phone pay application, if you want to use the phone pay if you want reuse the HDFC bank logic in the phone pay application, phone pay peoples need to pay the money to the HDFC bank. Why? Because based on the request, for example, phone pay application is sending 10 requests, so we need to pay the money for the 10 requests. For example, phone pay application is sending the 100 requests, so based on the request they are going to provide some dealing. Okay, phone pay company and HDFC company is going to handle some dealing. Okay, like that we are paying the money. So whenever paying the money, so one application is communicating with the another application. So that is called as a distributed application. Okay, and also we are having the one more application like a IRCTC application, that is the government application for booking of ticket, right? IRCTC application. Okay, we are having the IRCTC application for booking of train. Okay, so this application is a government application, is developed already. Okay, so the logic, the booking logic available in the IRCTC. Okay, that's why make my trip. We are having one more application, that private application, make my trip application. Okay, make my